Destiny 2 has seen some amazing updates, also some that made players want to quit, but there's no DLC worse than Curse of Osiris. The most this brought us was some story lore and a raid lair, but the only challenging part of the raid was the boss itself. There was a whole encounter that was literally just killing ads. Other than that, a key focus of this DLC was public events giving an extra blue and some world tokens. Welcome to ranking Destiny 2's expansions from worst to best. Of course, leading the list was Curse of Osiris, but please, if you do enjoy, be sure to subscribe and watch till the end of the video. It's the best way to support me, and comment your list or thoughts in the comment section. If you'd like to join the best community in Destiny, join the Discord linked in the description, and back to the video. Next up is a heavy debate, but unfortunately I have to say Shadowkeep. I want to say Lightfall for personal bias, but to be honest, all Shadowkeep really did was introduce the pyramid. I will give it props there. It did become a catalyst of Destiny for the story it has become today, but I still think they could have done it a little bit better. After the boring campaign, until the pyramid ship of course, there was hardly anything to do. Sure, we got Pit of Heresy and we got Garden of Salvation, but can someone please tell me how this related to the Shadowkeep storyline, please? We had some new updates such as the sundial, but nothing that really brought the fun back. It just felt like we were grinding for nothing eventually. The same can be said for this next DLC on our list, Lightfall. I think Lightfall is rated here for a few reasons. 1, the campaign was boring. 2, Callus was a lacking fight. We were gassing up Callus for so long just for him to die in one grapple melee. However, Lightfall brought us a few great things. Root of Nightmares, Strand as a subclass, and Into the Light. Let's talk more about the campaign. Something about the writing was just off. Also, fuck Nimbus. He's cringe. It just felt super rushed as a whole story. I will say Ghosts of the Deep is a great dungeon, but much like the story, it's slow, it's sluggish, and it's out of nowhere. Although the environment is great, the dungeon is a brute. Crazy ad density, but go watch my other videos if you want to see those rankings. Lightfall was just overall an extreme letdown given the grim title. We could have gotten a crazy no point of return, all hope is lost moment, setting it up like it's Avengers Infinity War. Instead, we got what felt like a rushed excuse for a DLC where the writing fell off. We did get Into the Light at the end, and the Pantheon was amazing, but Lightfall will stay down here. So next up is Beyond Light. Now I know for some of you this may seem low, but I have one key reason, and I almost put Beyond Light at the bottom of the list for this reason. They sunset everything. Weapons, Crown of Sorrow, Leviathan, Spire of Stars, Eater of Worlds, Scourge of the Past. Everything players loved up until that moment, but what did we get for this? Stasis? I guess? I'm personally not really a fan of Stasis, but some players love it, and that's cool. I respect that. The campaign was pretty good. Stasis was annoying to get, but we did get some more lore into the Stranger, which was fire. Deepstone Crypt is also a great raid, I will not lie, but it kind of felt a little bit forced into the storyline. Don't get me wrong here, it is a great raid, but story-wise, I'm not sure where it fits in. I was hyped to see Varix again, and the Elixni are pretty cool, and it did make for some decent seasonal content. Also, my go-to Grasp of Avarice came out, and this alone is enough to pull the weight of the whole expansion. Grasp is great, so they did good there. All in all, not a bad expansion by any means. Really, my own complaint is the sunsetting, which is the main reason it ranks so low for me. Up next, I know y'all are gonna flame me for this in the comments. It's Warmind though. Okay, listen, hear me out. Going from Curse to this was like heaven. We went from nothing, immediately getting Excavation Protocol, another raid, and this one being an amazing one, and Whisper. That's right, secret exotic missions were back in Destiny on IO, and this one was not a letdown by any means. A challenging yet super fun secret mission. This alone could carry the whole weight of the expansion. This alone carries a lot of weight, but so does Escalation Protocol, an amazing public event activity that had huge difficulty for the best shotgun in the game, Ikalos. Also, we got a better story, more lore, and some Rasputin, which is always cool. I will say, we still had double primary and it did feel a bit rushed, and some recycled content like missions and typical strikes. There isn't much more to say about this though. I feel it was a really good expansion and super underrated. And by the way, the main reason Warmind places so high is because we went from Curse of Osiris to this. How is it not an upgrade? Before we get to the top 3 expansions, I am doing a giveaway for $50 on this channel. All you have to do is comment #watch this on this video and join the Discord linked in the description. And if you want an additional chance to enter, comment on Saturday's video the same exact thing. The winner will be announced on Monday, and with that I will be also having an insane announcement. So comment #watch this to enter, and back to the video. So the first on our big 3 is going to be the Witch Queen. Yeah, so these last few expansions are going to be a little bit subjective, but I played Witch Queen the least out of these personally, but man, the Throne World, sick. Vow, sick. Spire and Duality, 2 dungeons, sick. Crafting, sick. Lucent Hive, What's up with that? Mods are stupid and annoying. That's it. I just hate moss. That's about it. Loose and Hive are pretty cool. I just really hate the moss with everything in me. This expansion was very good though. I guess the campaign was pretty long, but it didn't feel rushed. It was slow, but the lore here is truly amazing. Savathûn is a goat antagonist, and the campaign felt, this is weird to say, rewarding? Light 3.0 is sick, glaives are sick, and the story finally placed itself here with a good ending. Not that it's the end, but it made sense. It was good for the story. It was very linear and all felt continuous. Everything made more sense and just had a purpose. It made for a better linear story and felt like a different game compared to past expansions. Gameplay was good, but the story was even better. It felt like a new game of Destiny, and I haven't even talked about Vow. Vow was a top 3 raid of all time, no doubt. It is insanely good. The most engaging raid and still holds up till this day. I could go in more depth about that, but if you want to see my raid rankings video, click on this video up here. So next up is the final shape, fitting how the most recent expansion is in the top 3, huh? But let's be honest, Bungie delivered, man. Beautiful place of the Pale Heart, amazing story, campaign felt super good and was challenging even at some parts. Rocket sidearms were amazing, Still Hunt is a goat, and Cade came back. He's gone again, but you know. This felt like such a rewarding and amazing ending to the 10-year saga we've come to know and love. We finally got what players have been yearning for with Prismatic, using all subclasses in one class. And we got Icebreaker back, No Lane Beyond recently, and got to return to the D1 tower. We got Vesper's Host, Sundered Doctrine, and Salvation's Edge. This raid, wow, this was the hardest raid in Destiny easily, and for good reason. Fitting they saved the hardest raid for the last one in the Light and Dark saga, huh? But a super rewarding finish to the series. Excision to put the nail in the coffin too, it was kind of a little unnecessary, but I still love it. Also, we got exotic class items, a huge ask for Destiny players, and we finally got it with 2 exotic perks on 1 armor piece. Let's talk a bit more about the gameplay though. It was super engaging campaign, a linear story, and overall just fun to play. It was a very different and fresh take on Destiny narratives. The only downside, I hate the dread, they suck. But other than that, Bungie went crazy. The dungeons are absolutely amazing and some of the hardest we've had yet. Episodes though, I will say episodes were pretty bad, guys. Revenant was maybe the worst ever, but we got through it and it is looking bright on the horizon. And before we get to the #1 spot, I'm sorry, I know I left out a few things from each DLC, so please let me know if I missed your favorite parts of each DLC in the comments. And now for our #1 spot, it's Forsaken. I'm sure we all saw this coming, but quick checklist here. Story, campaign, raid, dungeon, weapon rework, the Tangled Shore, maybe the best campaign lore? This DLC has it all, even introducing us to bows. Dude, even the strikes were good. I know, that's a crazy take, I know. But the Tangled Shore was actually amazing. The campaign felt super rewarding. They did a great job building up Cade throughout the first few missions, and then the payoff at the end was so amazing. Do I even need to mention Last Wish? The raid lore here is amazing. The raid, amazing. The raid race, the most historic in all of Destiny. Shattered Throne, it had cool lore. We can skip over that a bit though. But the campaign was super good. Linear content, and later we even got Season of Opulence. Debatably the best season in all of Destiny 2. And going from the hell of Year 1 Destiny 2 to this, it was like peaking for Bungie all over again. And I didn't even mention, we got Well here. This is when we were all introduced to 3 new supers, 1 per each class, and the beloved Well of Radiance was born. Suddenly we got a new way to look at weapons and it was amazing. I bet I'm missing more, but that is it for this video. Please comment if you have any disagreements. Don't click away just yet though. Quick shout out to all of our community members for being a member on this channel. If you'd like to support me and get early access to these videos starting at $2 a month, click the join button. If you are in no monetary position to do so, that is fine. A sub and watching my video means the world to me as well. Please let me know your list in the comments and let me know what other videos you'd like to see from me. If you want to see me live and connect with the Mid Mafia, come by the streams here on YouTube and at twitch.tv/midworth and join the Discord for the best community in Destiny. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.